Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Versus Cam Newton and the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football
League. What's going on?
Tonight we start week
what's going on, Caden?
With a great Thursday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams.
What's up, Chris?
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last
I'm actually in a franchise mode right now, Caden, and I'm working on some sliders.
And some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year. Their 31-year-old quarterback, it's Cam Newton.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
When you often speak of scripts to start a game, does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. Now, it's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
What's up, Meal Ticket? What's going on?
Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game.
I had a phone call for that possession, but I don't think it would have changed much either way.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
Preseason, but yeah, it's coming. It's crazy.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with the football. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Any given Sunday, man. Any team win on any given Sunday.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on.
So you never know with the Browns.
Game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though,
what up, Blair? What's going on?
Eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time.
Yeah, they give us smart. I wouldn't put much into it. It's just preseason. Most of the good guys won't play.
That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw.
Oh, God. I blitzed hard on that, too.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up.
Well, right now I'm working on fixing the deep ball issue, which was basically, especially as a user, anytime you threw a deep ball, they'd catch it. Like the CPU didn't get back in defense on deep balls, so I'm kind of working on that right now, as well as just refining other gameplay aspects. But that's my main thing that I'm working on and testing and looking for. And yeah, I saw Lamar Jackson's run. It was a good run.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly...
Oh, yeah, Chris, I watched the game, man. It was good.
Fine work by the Patriots.
Well, Chiefs are goated just in general. I mean, their roster is pretty insane.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Oh, they did you dirty like that? I actually went to my Walmart to try to pick up a PlayStation 5 for my friend in Colorado. Found out that my Walmart had gotten 56 PlayStation 5s in the day before and sold all of them. So I missed out on getting it for him. I was pretty bummed. For him, I mean, I got my PS5. I'm straight.
3 first downs and 3 points. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Here we go. Good run.
What I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game...
I just had more rushing yards right there than I did my whole previous game against the Chargers with Sony Michel.
In a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all
and as they should be too. I mean, they're like that in real life, you know.
To do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up.
Yeah, I'm a fan of next gen. I couldn't go back to current gen. So Blair, I started a franchise with the Patriots to do some actual slider testing instead of jumping around a whole bunch. It was kind of tough to just kind of keep track of everything that I was testing. So I started a franchise with the Patriots, and I started real time like week 12, I believe. And I'm treating the last couple games of the season as just a big training or testing session. I'll just test a bunch of things since I'm not going to make the playoffs anyway, and hopefully have everything set how I want it for my next season.
And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi.
Walter, yeah, the kind of point of that is to make it a little bit more difficult to pass the ball. It's kind of unrealistic and too easy when you get to see everybody and the defense, what it's doing all at once on the standard camera. Zoom makes you actually have to kind of read the defense a little bit and actually go through your progressions on your wide receivers. So it just adds a difficulty element to it.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, here's Newton.
That's picked.
And that'll be
dropped.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
I'll have to pull up your message here in a second. It didn't. It cut off.
They'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ooh, that bell sounds good though. Oh, let's go. Free play. Free play.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out.
Ooh.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5.
Let's go.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like
Don't get a lot of those.
From half the distance closer, here's first and goal.
This might be a disaster play.
Going to run the toss here to Harris.
Oh yeah, we got it back in. Let's
And
go.
he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown.
I think the Ravens-Browns game could be pretty good, actually.
Taken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it.
I mean, I won't call and say I think the Ravens are 100% going to win it because they haven't looked the greatest the last couple weeks. Even the game against Dallas was closer than it should have been until the very end, but I think it'll be a good game.
They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that
a lot of
makes it
rushing yards.
7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yo, NCAA 14 is so good. I still have it on my PS3, man. NCAA 14's legit. Have you checked out NCAA 14 revamped? Have you seen that, Walter?
They got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's mods that if you're on an Xbox or PS3 you can do to get new jerseys, new fields, all sorts of stuff.
3 points is 3 points.
Updated graphics.
You take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get
Well,
to
the
it.
problem with that is that just mods that just New Jersey. As far as I saw, it's New Jerseys, new fields, updated the graphics to run in 4K. So the graphics look a lot better. There's a whole bunch. You should definitely check it out on YouTube. It doesn't seem too bad. And Katie, the problem is if I start an online franchise with everybody, then everybody's playing everybody, and I don't like do user versus user. This is like for people that like franchise mode and playing against the computer and stuff.
Now Goff on 1st down.
Ooh.
And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one's sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance.
I kind of wasn't, man. The Steelers looked like they were just kind of ready to
Make the
lose.
circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They just didn't want the pressure.
2nd and 10, Goff. He'll find Henderson there.
Most teams don't. I mean, so it's not their fault.
He gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, here's
Oh,
Goff.
no.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
God, they're just nickel and diming me all the way down the field right
As a
now.
tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Where is he throwing the football?
But it's incomplete.
Dude, I think I'll tell you right now, as a Packers fan, I hope the Saints lose.
But they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now a carry for Brown. And he's taken down.
Yeah, it's sad Joe Burrow got hurt for sure. I mean, he probably would have won Rookie of the Year, but
Well, partner,
I think it won't inevitably hurt his development. I think it'll actually help him. He can spend a little bit more time in the film room than he normally would have because he's rehabbing his leg, and so he might be more prepared for the defenses that he's facing next season, and thus perform better, make a bigger leap.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball.
Why is he just
because all
dinking
you're
and
ever taught is
dunking?
catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
Trying to get it to Woods, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying.
All right, we're
to
blitzing the heck
win
out of
last
well,
week,
not the
and
heck out. We'll
nothing
just
has
blitz one.
changed. They're still moving around quickly.
Two
and
guys.
forcing incompletions.
Third and long. It's gone.
Still no pressure. Come on. Why is he not throwing it down the field?
It's fourth down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth.
He's just sitting there, standing there, and then chucking it out of bounds. I don't understand.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I'm not sure why he's throwing the ball like that.
Point at 7-6.
That's really weird to me.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 23-yard line.
Walter, it's actually better in next gen.
And for them, a touchdown their last
I agree with you for current gen, but in next gen it is
And when you
better.
start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That catch good for only a couple. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
On second down, Michelle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're the #1 defense.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
With the score, Patriots.
That would explain the difficulty passing the ball.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Newton to throw.
Picked. Oh my God.
Got it in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Well,
Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception.
made a bad read there.
For a Rams touchdown.
That was a bad read.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stop.
Ben, do you have a next-gen console?
Quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Ben, if you have a next-gen console, yes, next-gen Madden 21 is worth it. PS5, yes. Do you have the digital or the disc version?
This will make it into the end zone.
If you have the disc version, go buy a used copy of Madden 21 at GameStop or wherever, and pop that disc in your game, your console, and play next gen for whatever the used version of the game costs. But as much as the game is improved on next gen, oh, let's go! It's not worth. It's not worth the full price of the game right now, even for the next gen upgrade.
44 yards on the play. First down, New England.
And
That's 2 huge runs.
Right, once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of
good
an
blocking.
expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping.
Oh, yeah, it's worth it for that.
That was something to see.
Now Newton on first down.
Oh.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
Their pass defense is freaking... I can see why they're number one. I mean, god dang.
To throw again. Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. It's White.
Blair, I can't do Saints versus Chiefs. Maybe tomorrow, actually, I can switch over to my offline. But I'm actually in, like, my legit franchise right now, testing these things.
Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton.
Did he pick that?
Oh. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I thought I just threw a pick in the end zone.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
That bell's dope. I like that.
Throwing is Newton.
Oh my god, they played that well. God, passing's ridiculously tough against these guys.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And the 12-year veteran.
I hated it.
Right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13.
I wanted a wide receiver, or... Honestly, I wanted a wide receiver.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
I played the Bucks with your son. Oh, you couldn't run yet because their run defense is really good. Nice, man. I appreciate you trying them out.
Hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way
God, I hope Goff stops acting stupid right now. I still can't figure out why he's doing what he's doing when he throws the ball.
Picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you
Well, Dillon they drafted because they're not going to re-sign Jamal Williams. And they thought that he could replace him. And they liked him a lot this year. So the Dillon pick, I'm not as upset about. Now, do I think he's worth a 2nd rounder when you already have Aaron Jones? No. But I'm more upset about the Jordan Love pick because we traded up for him.
So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back off.
Oh my God.
He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Jason McCourty.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against him.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was.
Well, they're running the ball pretty well.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
44-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
Can't get any pressure on him right
Gain
now.
of 6 there on first.
Even with a blitz.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, but nobody knew what they were going to get with Metcalf, man. That's why he slid all the way to where he slid. They knew he had the physical attributes, but they thought he could only run like 2 routes. And house rules, yeah, Ben, no user catching, offense or defense. The user gets too much of a boost, so I let it all play out. Offense, defense, no user catching. No pass or run commit. You get too much of a boost as well.
A shotgun snap for gone. Throwing over the middle, but
Daniel, I have my current gen sliders posted on Operation Sports. I have not posted my next gen sliders yet because they are not finished, not completed. But I will be posting them over there, and I'll make a YouTube video on it as well.
Going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And they're able to corral him right
Getting back to house rules. The main 2, like I said, are the user catching and the offensive defensive commit.
Receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep
The
him
last
short.
one's really just don't abuse the CPU. Like, if you know, like, they call them money plays, right? Like, if you know a play is going to work all the time or most of the time, don't overly call the play. Like, call it once, maybe twice a game. Like, it's basically just don't take advantage of, you know, errors in the gameplay, plays that consistently work no matter what. If you find it, money plays, etc.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points.
Yeah, field goal, don't aim.
Don't aim successful in getting 3, or do you go to another section of
The meter, either be early or late on your timing to kick it right or left. It's way more challenging.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Let's see if we can get...
I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
Michelle's too slow to pull that off.
Kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 3 yards on that last carry.
Sucks because I'm in a passing down and they're tough to throw on.
At the 26-yard line.
Now it's Newton.
Here we go.
Throw caught here by Bird. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
See if we can hit a big play and kill Harry here.
Here's Newton. Looking for Harry.
Oh, we got him on the double move, but he overthrew him. Oh my God, we had him on the double move and they blitzed. Had nobody over the top.
He's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
We had it. That was there.
On second down now.
Let's go.
Michelle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Against the Chargers, I had 10 carries with Sony Michel for like 18 yards. Could not run the ball. The very next week, I can't throw the ball, but I'm having success running the ball with him.
Terrific ability right now.
This ain't gonna work. Let's do this play.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's completed.
Ooh, that was actually a really cool catch.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good.
Ben, I don't play Mutt at all, so I have no idea.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
We gotta let this run to the 2-minute warning, don't we? Try to get him to jump.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now it's going to not give me any run plays because I'm in the...
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
What audible sign was that?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
That was going to be disastrous from the beginning.
Down, however, let's see what that's about.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. A shotgun snap for Newton.
Oh, what a catch.
Into the end zone for a
Let's
Patriot
go.
touchdown. Demir Bird, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
All right. That was a good drive. Yo, thanks for the sub.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Moroccan. Appreciate it.
On the return, it's Simba Webster. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes...
Oh, we finally got home.
Gonna get there. Down he goes.
What's good, Lil Mill?
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback.
I've been blitzing him like crazy, and we finally got home.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, the quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. That's taken in by Henderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Going up.
There's a deep shot. Oh my God, Cooper Kupp.
What a catch at the 7.
Wow.
He's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line.
I was waiting for Goff to just throw it deep. He hadn't really been doing it at all.
Consistent and sometimes spectacular.
I almost had him too. That was a dope catch. I'm not even mad.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Don't throw it to the sideline. Don't throw it to the side.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 red zone trips have yielded.
All right, well, 16 seconds. They're not going to run it, obviously.
Searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff.
Wow.
This is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
What a drive by them.
As the first half is winding down, and the Rams are going to jump back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
I love the ball was wobbly in the air. I love that.
Presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
I'll take it, though, man. I love when the CPU plays tough.
He is on for the point after.
And I mean, I shouldn't even be in this game. I had that offsides where I was able to just chuck it up and get a big play, and I had those 2 good running plays to set me up for scores as well. So I mean, you take those away, and
this first half is the kicks away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
no, I actually like losing the CPU, especially if my team isn't that good.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think...
Blue Mill, actually, I'm not going to be able to stream that much today. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming a lot more. I'm off tomorrow. Oh, my God.
That may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
No way. Oh, he's not going to get there. What?
All the way down about the 2.
Wow.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, guys, I actually got to end the stream right there. I got work, but I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm off, and I'll be streaming a lot more, and I can do some of those matchups you guys want to see, okay? But anyway, I appreciate you guys checking out the stream, and yeah, make sure you check it out tomorrow too, all right? Hope you all have a great day.